Have you ever been asked to find the mean or the average of a set of numbers? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today in the lesson. How do you find the mean or the average of a set of numbers? Well, I'm going to tell you. You're going to add all the numbers together and then divide. You're going to divide by the number of numbers. Let me show you how this works. Step 1. To find the mean, add all your numbers. Well, here are my numbers. 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 2 plus 8. I made this one convenient because, as you can see, each set of numbers adds up to 10. 5 plus 5 makes 10. 7 plus 7 makes 10. And 2 plus 8 makes 10. Then I just added 10 plus 10 plus 10, which makes a total of 30. Now, step 2. Divide by the number of numbers. So if I look up here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, okay? So I'm going to take my total, 30, divide it by 6, because there's 6 numbers in the problem. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. 5 is my mean, or my average, from all those numbers. Let's look at it one more time. In another problem, find the mean. Add up all the numbers. 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 2 equals 17. I'm going to bring that number all the way down here, and I'm going to get ready to divide it by 4 because there's 4 numbers in the problem. 17 divided by 4 equals 4.25, or I can round it to just 4 as a whole number, and that would represent my mean or my average. Why should I even teach this to you? Well, this is something you do see in life, okay? The mean is often used in research, academics, and in sports. You make a comparison, okay? So when you watch a baseball game and you see your player's batting average, average is the key word there, right? It's the same thing as a mean. That number represents the total number of hits divided by the number of times at bat. In other words, that number is the mean. In school, your final grade you get in a course is usually an average or the mean. This mean represents the total number of points you score in your class divided by the number of possible points. Let's take a look at it in basketball. Okay, I'm sure you might have some favorite players, okay, but whose player is better than the other? Well, we can compare. All right, let's start with Stephen Curry. Plays for the Golden State Warriors. What is Stephen's mean of field goals made? And in basketball, what they mean by field goals made, they're referring to shots made through the hoop. Okay? So if I want to compare Stephen Curry, and then I'm going to bring up LeBron James in a minute, I want to see who has the better scoring within just the last 2 years, or last 2 seasons. So 2014 and 2015, through 2015 season and the 2015-2016 season. I want to compare them. So for Stephen, I looked up his totals of field goals made, and he had 653 last season. This season, he had 515. Okay? He had a total of 1,168 because I added the 2 numbers up. Now I bring that number down here, and I only have 2 numbers because I'm only dealing with 2 seasons. So I'm going to divide it by 2. 1,168 divided by 2. So Stephen Curry had 584 field goals or baskets made in 2 seasons. Okay? So I'm going to compare him to LeBron James. What is his field goals made? Average or mean? Well, I took his 2014 and 2015, only to be fair. Okay? He had 624. And just this previous school year, basketball season, he had 2015 to 2016 season, he made 495. All right, in order to find out his average or mean, I'm going to add up those 2 numbers, 624 plus 495. He had a total of 1,119 field goals made. Okay, oops. Divide that number by 2, because I only used 2 seasons. and he had a total of 560 field goals made in the 2 seasons. So now, if I bring them together, who scored the most field goals in the last 2 seasons? Or was it Stephen Curry or LeBron James? Well, Stephen Curry had 584 field goals made in those 2 seasons, and LeBron James had 560 field goals made in those 2 seasons. So Stephen Curry is ahead of LeBron James. See how I made a comparison, and I could compare my 2 basketball players that I wanted to compare. Now it's your turn. You're going to find the mean. You have a set of numbers here. I want you to add up these numbers. 6 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. Put your answer in the box. Bring that number down to the orange box for step 2. Divide by the number of numbers. Okay, so you'll have to move up here and count how many numbers you had in the problem. All right, and then you most likely will not need a calculator for this. And then figure out the mean or the average of the numbers that were listed up above.